Putting that 6 maneuver to use, we can catch up with them nice and swiftly. And good to see Baluchistan loving us a good bit. No, what am I thinking? Take the dip. Take their money for all the troubles they caused us. A bit of war reps is always nice. Nowhere to go. Could get my peace now, but why settle for peace right now when you can have even better peace when they have no army? Still hoping that somebody dogpiles them, but I'll take their money for all the troubles they caused us. A bit of war reps is always nice. Should have made them my enemy. Doesn't matter if they have an alliance with others or not. The Teutonic Order is... I kinda need these guys to still keep Russia away from me. Remember, all this is just to get my buffer against Russia and stop them from expanding into me, so we'll just take the money and run. And as for Kiev, they got a good amount of money, but they can keep that. I'm only interested in taking their one province. Litauen again might get a little cheesed off, but that's their problem. Welcome to being my vassal. Oh, they have a... I almost forgot that they had that fort there. I hope they keep it. Welcome back, Kiev. Now, they don't get my religion. That rule got changed a fair while back. But now I have some accursed revolters to take care of. And I don't need that military access anymore. Jake, Krakow was a point of westernization for Russia and for Perm. Yes, but I was in no position to take it. Couldn't vassalize them, they were way too big. Plus, I'm not particularly needing to worry about that right now. Oh, this is a little worrying though. What's Russia doing on my border? Well, I know what they're doing. They're a little antsy about these rebels that are right here. But I got it covered. Don't you worry, Mr. Russia. I'm just too good. Pretty poor flanking there. If I'd really cared about fighting this battle truly efficiently, I would have sorted my army ahead of time for it. But I didn't. I'm in a deficit on manpower, which never goes all that well. Right, there is the de-siege, or the siege people, and you can take care of this other province here. And everything goes swimmingly. Unless, of course, Russia declares war, then things will be anti-swimmingly, but we should be okay on that front. Still, though, I would have thought that maybe Ottomans would see us as a good friend. I'd probably have to rival Russia for that. So, where are we going to send you guys now? I don't think there's anything I can do that wouldn't cause more rebellion things to happen. That should be good. Chasm of all people wanting to rise up in Bakhmut. Jake, how do you get a released vassal to be your religion? You need half of their core development to be your religion, and that includes cores that aren't currently theirs. So if I released them with these 3 provinces, for example, and these 3 provinces were all Tengri, then that might be enough. Yeah, it would be enough. Okay, who wants to rise up? Golden Horde separatists, but where? Alright, we're looking good for that coring there. I want the Lower Don to be an area once that core is complete, and I want Yudishkal to be another one of my states. I could not care less about these 2 provinces. Yeah, the Golden Horde separatists are just something I'm going to have to accept. They're going to rise up, and I am going to kill them. But we're looking okay. I should probably start looking into mercenary options, since we're starting to get a half-decent chunk of money. Oh yeah, and I was thinking about moving my capital down to Nogay. But I'd rather have my capital somewhere that's a bit more lush. We got that simplified map. Yes, my eyes function. Something lush. No, that's too lush. Grasslands, but that's too far away for me. Looks like steppes are as good as we're gonna get around here. Dryland's pretty good, but this isn't central enough. This is maybe too close to around here. Could make it into Smarkand. Or this one right here. So much to consider. Perm is as lush as you deserve, Jake. Woods. Granted, it has copper, always a nice thing, but not really what I'm looking for, is it? Right, Yidishkil's still wishing to rise up, so Yidishkil deserves to be a state, but I'm going to increase the autonomy because I don't want to have to worry about that in the slightest. And they're all going to get cored up to the hilt. Zaporozhye has already revolted, so no concerns there. As for ideas that my vassals have, defensive, religious, offensive. That's wonderful. Defensive, religious, offensive. I maintain. That is wonderful. Baluchistan, eco-offensive. That's a little less wonderful. Probably should have annexed and released them so I knocked them up to date with technology. But I didn't. Well, that's their problem. Yeah, they're tribal as well, so they're probably going to have a really hard time of everything for a while. Alright, we knew it was coming, and so it did. Have little choice but to throw ourselves into the thick of it. But perhaps I should fight it a bit more efficiently, since I have the time and the preparation, and maybe open a bit of insight into how I think about this. They have 10 and 5, so their front row is 15. My flanking range is probably not all that great. Yes, I'm definitely looking in the right place for flanking ability. Here we go. Flanking is only 25%, so I can completely ignore that. This is good. This gives us 19 on the front, so that gives us 4 on each side, and that'll definitely be used by cavalry. I'm going to get my artillery on the back row, and this is about as good as an attack stack I can make against these rebs. I'm going to march on in and see how it goes down. The river crossing means nothing to me. We have superior maneuver. So there we go. As expected, we have full flanking of cavalry, as well as extra cavalry on the sides here, because they're going to hit harder than infantry, and backed by cannons. So I have no doubt that even though we roll poorly, they're going down. Oh, and my vassal came to help as well. Some people are just too nice for words. Still, yet more losses to our manpower. That's why I'm not so keen to be fighting rebels at the moment. And I'm happy to get some troops striking down on Bakhmut to stop them from rising up as well. Did I just never core this province or something? Must be a reason that I didn't core it, right? Oh, I made it into a state, but I didn't core all these provinces, did I? Well, let's change that. Jake, you couldn't annex and release Baluchistan. They were 3 provinces. Yeah, that's true. Would have had to go out of my way to do that. Gain corruption or lose stability. I'm going to have to lose that stability because I don't want to lose yet more religious strength at the moment. Well, wait, why is this happening? Okay, it's because we're syncretic. It's a sign that we need to not be doing that. Sadly, it's not about to change right now. So I don't mind the clergy getting a bit more influence over my country since it's lacking at the moment. And I really want that Inquisitor, so let's seek their support and grab that Inquisitor. He's going to be level 3. Jings, but that's exactly what I'm looking for. Loads of admin and loads of missionary strength means I can focus on the harder to convert areas again, such as Yidishkil. Heck, we'll get all this looking nice and Tengri. Good to spread that Tengri love. I just wish I could get extra missionaries as a pagan. Jake, how's the Persian-Russian PU looking? I wish I had a good way to break those guys up. The Ottomans would have to gun down Persia for that to really happen. Okay, excellent. We have our opportunity to make Theodoro our friend again, but there's a problem with that, and that's that they have over 100 development. If they didn't, they would want to be our vassal. So let's go and check out just how they're doing. Theodoro, PQRS, Theo have 119. If I just got them to get rid of 19 or 20 development, they'd be pretty vassalizable to me. But they won't, and I can't. Might be an idea to just have them as a friend then, since at least I know they'd be having my back in the eventual wars that will come between us. Actually, tell me what land you're interested in. I might be able to use this to my advantage. Such as giving Circassian land to you and then turning you on Shirvan and by extension Persia and breaking down the Persian wall. Holy warring Persia and giving it to Baluchistan to create my little buffer state here would be rather nice. But in order to get Theodoro on that, I would need Theodoro to... Ah, shoot, that's out of the question, because this is already personal unioned under our good friend, the Russian bear. Still, though, I think I will... It's a useful alliance in the area to have. And I'm pretty proud of Theodoro. I mean, look how they're doing. Orthodox the area up nicely. What? Why? France, you nasty piece of work. France is something else, aren't they? And then there's Theodoro, which I could actually vassalize in the area. Alright, this is nice and all, but I really want to get my next idea on the go. Tech 15 is huge. I have such a great advantage that I should be pummeling Persia into the ground. And I have little reason not to. I can grab Shirvan as a lovely... well, again, keeping Persia far away from me. The disadvantage is I would rather annex and release them. But doing so would cause these cores to vanish. Or rather, these lands to vanish out of me. And it's still a long time before they go away from you. But there's someone else I can release from here, right? Yeah, Gizamaluk. That's 1, 2, 3, 4... Wait, just 3 provinces? That's a little harsh. I guess Shirvan just took over and Gizi did not expand at all. A little painful though. A little painful. I mean, I could release him and then give him these provinces. I could even convert him to Tengri ahead of time. I'd be sitting on some corruption for a while, but that's okay. And he would either convert or embrace it as a syncretic religion. Just another thing to consider. I don't have the admin to be moving that. Okay. Want some good offensive soldiers on the go. And I need to start thinking, how do we deal with the Persians? Well, we kill them, obviously. But we have no manpower at the moment. So the obvious answer is to grab some mercenaries who can make up our front line. So we'll do just that. 10 mercenaries. Looks good to me. I want them over in Rin on the... Yeah, I work on this game. 10 mercenaries in 10 provinces. Am I just daft or something? Or does that not work? Well, maybe I'm just daft. Well, the more you learn. Okay, well, never mind that then. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You can make up the front row for the super offensive sieging stack there. But Persia is big and rich, and they probably field quite an army. LMNOP. Aye, that's an army. That is 42k. I reckon they get it up to 55 when push comes to shove, and the push will come to quite a bit of shoving. My vassals aren't exactly going to be making big advances here, but it's a good chance I have to break up Persia. Fortified though they may be, I can just slowly push down here. And whilst they would likely push up through here, I would just have to smack them down whenever it... ain't easy. I wonder if they have any natural enemies who would wish to claw into their provinces, like Sind there. Sind don't want to be my friend, but I could make them want to be my friend. A bit of a marriage here, bit of a promised land there, and whilst Sind wouldn't exactly be the heavy hitter, they would probably rip into Persia something nice. 37 would be overcome a little bit by the marriage. A little bit more by the improved relations. Not sure if that would be enough though. After all, my rival is Jampur and they're still allied. How about some forts, Jake? An extra fort around here would be great at keeping them out. Actually, I'd probably have to have 2 forts here to keep them all out. And I was never that big a fan of 2 fort. Let's merge you together so we don't have extra people draining from here. It's a tough one. It's a pretty tough one. Good old Ottomans still don't want to be our friend, but I think I should gear up for a big war with Persia. Yeah, I'm getting all tingly thinking about it. We'll get our extra mercs on the go. Actually, we have plenty of money. I could probably be getting more mercs on the go. But we'd push on down here. We'd take Shirvan. There are a lot of forts to cover here, but at least once we push through here, we're golden. On the other hand, if we push this way, we have a wide spread of provinces that we'd have to go for. But we'd narrow them down here. Nah, that's too wide a front to really maintain against such an enemy. We'll try our luck with Sind though, and even if it doesn't go so well, the worst thing is we're going to be bleeding 1 dip per month, and it's not like dip is really the choke point for my nation right now, so I'll give it a go. I could do the maths and figure out if it would work out better or not, but why do that? Well, we can just try this. Still 21 in the negative with that, but I could improve relations a touch. That's probably not going to make the world a difference though. Alright, come on buddy, we can be nice and friendly, right? My diplomatic reputation precedes me. I see that little thing popping up. People do not want to be my friend for too much longer now, do they? Oof, that hurts. That heir of ours is pretty strong, but that relies on our king dying first. Don't make me go to war with you over those cores. Orthodox zealots are hardly my Orthodox zealots? Yeah, hardly my problem. Unless they stroll into my provinces, then it becomes very much my problem. Too wide a front. Jake, don't forget you're playing EU4, not HOI4. It's easy to get mixed up there. You have to understand. Come on, we're destined to be friends. Why have they got to turn me away like that? Alright, as I said, we should be focusing on the harder to convert ones, so lower Dawn and Yudishkal. Spread those Tengri ways. Aye, getting Sind as a friend is not helped by my insufficient navy, shall we say. I wonder if I could threaten war over something. Would they take it? Absolutely not. They have that big friend in Jampur. Okay, I want to catch that whenever it pops up, see what's really going on. The Kazan wish to rise up. I forgot about that because Bakhmut is honestly not worth worrying about. Go away. That was the only province I wanted to rise up in, right? Good. Alright, I might just have to accept the fact that Sind is not going to want to be my friend here. If only they were friendly towards me. Ooh. It appears our country is getting rather empty and lacking in a very important resource. Cannon fodder. Fear not, while we may lack this resource, one of our subjects have plenty of fresh meat. We should force their servitude. They'd be less than pleased, but such is the way of things. That would affect Kiev, and I think Kiev can spare us 4,000 guys. We'll gain 15 Liberty Desire, but more importantly, I will gain manpower, so too bad, Kiev. Such is the way of things. They desire our provinces, which isn't helping us out here. But damn, do I want to destroy Persia. Well, no matter how you look at it, I'll have to go to war with or without them. I just hope that they would see things my way. They do not, and, well, it happens. Still though, Persia's a big guy. Well, I can't be afraid, I'm just going to have to go for it. I'm already built up to force limit almost, just one shy, and we do have a very fast individual to take care of our enemy here. We'll punch our way through, and whilst they will probably ravage this province and then make their way up to our capital, we can take care of them, of that I'm certain. Besides, they have a Baluchistani capital fort to take care of as well, whilst we push our way through these... oh, shoot. Yeah, he does have a fair few of them. Well, we're going to go for it, but we're going to go for it in the next session, because I'm pretty tired and I want to hit the hay already, so... yeah, that's just how I do things. We managed to successfully slice off southern Russia, as in they won't be able to expand here, although they certainly have other avenues. And who knows, there might be a big old religious war on the cards, and then we can certainly punch Russia in the gut. But Russia is going to have to die. This is for that achievement after all. We're going for Permafrost, or as it was insufficiently named, not Blood for Sky God, Great Perm. But we'll see to that later, because I gotta head to bed. So, cheers for joining everyone, and just for now, cheerio.